Hey, good evening, chat. Today we're gonna do something a little different and try and build us a new keyboard to use when we're gaming and streaming. I've chosen a rather small 40% keyboard, so nice and compact, easy to fit on the desk. Should have everything we need for gaming though. And it is going to be a split keyboard in two halves. We have one half here, the other half here. Both are rather small, but that's kind of the point. So let's go ahead and just get started with soldering down these diodes. I did do a little pre-work off stream in putting all of these diodes in, because that is just a long, boring, repetitive process of putting them in, bending them into place, making sure they're in there nice and tight. Let me do one last look over, make sure they're all oriented correctly. Yes, it looks like this half all is. So let's just get started. See that? Got my roll of solder here. So let's just do this. Actually, let me see if I can pull the desk just a hair closer here. There we go. My first time working with such a large roll of solder. It might take a little second to get used to its new heft here. Oh, hitting things on my keyboard one moment. And then if anyone out there wants to test out the media share feature, go ahead and type in !SR and then space and a YouTube link, and we should hopefully see it pop up here. I go ahead and get started soldering all these diodes. Just long, boring, tedious work on these, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh good, I didn't solder that one down to itself. I've done that before. It's always kind of a pain. And go ahead and get this gunk off my brush real quick here, or my soldering iron. Otherwise, we'll just listen to these chill beats here. Can everyone hear everything okay, or hear the music okay, and hear me talking okay? Don't like the way some of these solder points are looking. That's a little better. I actually soldered these two wires together just like I was talking about. Oop, air's still a little warm. go, maybe. Ooh, those are toasty. Yep, alright, those are soldered now. Perfect. Oh, I forgot to get the pole going as well. Let me get that pole started here real quick. One moment. I have 3 different flavors of switches that we can choose through. So we got cherry gray, kale gold, and we have box jades. Alright, so we should now see a poll at the top of chat as well, where we can, where you guys can vote on what switches you'd like us to use. I say us, like me to use, and the rest of you have to listen to anytime I type. All right, let's get back to soldering. Try and get some of this gunk off my soldering iron here. It's a little worse for wear after my last solder project. Okay, should be okay. These out of the way. Move these so that we don't accidentally solder to ourselves. One moment here, this will be a little bit of a pain. Grab my little tool. That's totally not a file from a fingernail clipper set. I've misplaced my tweezers. I'm not sure if it was me or a certain stinky little kitten I live with, but I'm not sure where they ran off to. Go. And thankfully this is a rather small keyboard at only 40%. The last one of these I did it to was actually bigger than 100%. And soldering all these diodes took forever. But that keyboard was actually for someone else. So hopefully they enjoy it. Can't miss any of these, otherwise that key won't work. I've made that mistake before. Let me know if you guys can't see the board or what I'm doing very well here. Doing my best to try and explain it, but at this point it's kind of just solder everything together. I was going to add RGB underglow to this board as well, just for to make it a little prettier. And the kit I ordered this from, I included the RGB strip for that, but it didn't come with any of the wires needed to connect it up. Went to a couple different stores this morning, and none of them had wire of thin enough gauge for this to work. So I had to order that off Amazon. So that part of the keyboard will be happening next week. Let me move some of these out of the way here. That guy, there we go. Just oh, I missed these ones on here. That is not good. And yes, I know I'm not the greatest solderer out there. I'm actually entirely self-taught on this. My first solder job was actually about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Well, maybe close to 3 now. So this is all still kind of new to me. I haven't had too many chances to solder a whole lot of stuff yet. That joint does not look very good. There we go, that's better. Alright, now that should be every one of the diodes soldered here. Just double checking my work. That one gives a little more love. There we go. That one's good. That one looks good. That one might not have quite enough. Okay. That one either. And a couple of these looks like they didn't get fully filled in here. That could be a problem down the road. Okay. Let's give these a couple more as well. There we go. All soldered together on that half now. So let's go ahead and snip off these little legs. These little legs can be a nightmare to peel back up and cut off as well. Yep, I think. Nope, we're good there. Okay. See, I think I might have soldered a couple together, but not yet, it seems. Oh, and of course, if you have any questions on the switch selections in the poll, be sure to, just ask. I'll let you know what's going on with those, what they're like, if they're loud, quiet, so on. Like I said, a lot of this is just kind of tedious work. Just kind of a chill Saturday afternoon hangout type thing here. We'll see if it gets stressful if things don't work well once everything's soldered together. If, nothing works or what's going on there. And then the case I actually got for this thing is completely see-through acrylic. So once we get that RGB in, it'll be looking sweet, and it should just be kind of fun to be able to look in and see the PCB and all the components on the keyboard. As a kid, I always loved the atomic purple see-through GameCube stuff, and I think there might have been a Game Boy Color with it as well. Oop, I don't know where that one went. Oh, it's stuck to my side cutters. Perfect. Those might be a little tall. Let's snip them off a little bit more. Get that last one up here. There we go. Probably a little dangerous to use something sharp to try and lift off the PCB here, but if you're careful, it should be okay. Now the question is, was I careful? Thankfully, all of these mistakes, the slightly longer than I would like bits of wire left behind, should be hidden by the switches when we put them in. I am planning on also installing hot swap sockets on my switches. Excuse me, hot swap sockets on my PCB here. I have some Milmax ones where it's going to be just as much soldering in the first time around to install them. Have to install one for each pin on the switch, so two per switch. So 96 in total solder points. I've never used them, but they seem really neat. Alright, that's all nice and cleaned up now. Well, nicer. No more very long legs on here. Let me check the documentation on what it recommends to do next. Install the diodes, solder diodes, clip the diode legs, done. Let's see here. Add the I2C resistors to the left PCB. Orientation does not matter for resistors. So let me grab a couple of those here. We need to put them in the correct spot, which is the it says 4.7 kQ or K ohms, R1, R2, I2C, which is it's on this side, of course. It looks like it's below. Right there is where these go. So let's get those added. Orientation does not matter. There we go. They just go right in there like this. We need two of them here. Let me grab the other. Go. Let's go ahead and get those soldered in here and get those legs clipped. That does seem a little far away there, doesn't it? I wonder if I can zoom in on my camera. If anyone in chat, what are your thoughts? Is it too far away? There we go, got those soldered in there. Get these snipped off. There we go. Got a couple of resisty boys on here. Next we're adding the TRRS and reset buttons, okay? So the TRRS jack here is actually a 3.5 millimeter audio jack connector that you would use. And actually here's the cable we're going to be using for this. I got kind of a nice golden braided one, and it just goes right in there like a headphone jack, and that's what actually connects the two halves of the keyboard. So this is going to go right here. I'll flip that over and get that soldered in real quick. Get those 4 pins soldered. There we go. That's one TRRS. Right here, gotta check my phone. Yeah, a friend of mine just texted me a picture of his pizza. That's very important. All right. All right, now let's get the little reset button here. Very important to install these the right way around. I've definitely never installed one upside down and then had to try and desolder without the proper equipment and break everything in the process. No, that has never ever happened to me in the history of the world. That's a lie. But it turned out okay. Nothing broke permanently. Keyboard still worked fine afterwards. Reset button, pretty sure still works. These pins are a little bent in. There we go, nice and flush there. So we're working on this little reset button right here. And it should be on the same side as the TRSS and all of your diodes. Ooh, that's a pretty loose diode. Let me hit that one with some more solder as well. So let's get that loose diode. I think it was this one. Yep, I think I clipped that a little too short and broke the solder joint, and that's why it was loose. Hit both of those, and then we'll get this reset jack built in here. Oops. There we go. That looks okay. I think this guy needs just a hair more. There we go. All right, and that wobbly diode is fixed. No more wobbles on those guys. No wobbles on any of them actually. Beautiful. Okay. TRSS is in. Reset is in. Perfect. Alright, so next we have... Okay, we've done that. We'll not be adding LED support at this time. Okay, so insert. Now we're going to be adding on the Pro Micro header pins. Which, let me grab those. I don't actually have them on my desk here at the moment. Oop, set that on my keyboard. Nope, everything seems okay. All right. That's also a micro B. There we go. Alright, we have our microcontrollers. You know, I'll cast my own vote for my switches since no one else is. Alright. Get the header pins out here. So this is the actual brains of the keyboard. This one is an Elite C USB-C microcontroller. This or the USB Micro B version is completely fine. Just a matter of which you prefer. I'm actually going to be using one of each on this build for cost saving. And since only one half of the keyboard will ever be connected in at a time, we don't need them both to be nice and fancy. So, go ahead and pop these bad boys in here. Got cat hair all over my desk and all over this now. So that should be in good now. Do the same to the other side. Go. Perfect. Got that installed now. So we got the pins along both edges here for installing the Pro Micro. We're not using peel away. Ah, yes, electrical tape, so that. No, so we're going to flip it over and solder on the short side here of all these pins. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and just solder on all of these. I also once didn't fully solder on one of these pins, and that left an entire row of switches not working. That was a weird thing. I thought I was all done testing it out, and it's like, wait a second, this entire row is broken. Went back, took a look. Turns out, just missed a solder joint on the controller. Yep, maybe just a hair more on that side. There we go. that one, go back for it. There we go. It's always a delicate balancing act of do you have so much solder that it's going to overflow and you just can't see it and cause a short, or is there really not enough there and it won't work regardless? Little easier to fix the latter. Just add more solder. If you have too much and you're causing a short, it's a little bit more challenging to fix, but still not terrible. There we go. I think that a couple of these might need just a hair more. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Nothing touching. Looks nice and shiny where it should. Okay. Alright, just looking through here. Next step is stabilizers and switches. Okay. Let's go ahead and add on the stabilizer I prepped earlier, if I remember where I put it. Where did I put that bag of stabilizers? There. They were inside the 3D printed case I made for this that I probably won't actually use. Okay. So, other side here. Pop these stabilizers in. Go. That one's not fully in, I don't think. Nope, still dry it out. There we go. Nice, good click out of there. Bar sitting down nicely. So that, since we're going to try and use a 2U spacebar down here, so this will just sit underneath the bar and keep it nice and firm and not wobbly when we actually use the key. So let's go ahead and flash the controller here. I'm losing my dang mind. Okay, go ahead and flash the USB-C controller here. Let me switch screens keys so you can actually see what I'm doing on this one. There we go. So let me open up my QMK. Is it this one? I don't think it is this one. No, it is not this one. This is when I was trying to write my own custom firmware. Where is my QMK configurator living? That's not what I want at all. Alright, I guess we'll download a new one. Oh no, this is to build it. Where is that hiding on my computer? Let me find it here. this have a link to it? Because apparently mine's gone missing since the last time I worked on this. Let's solder. Okay, so QMK flash. Why am I not able to find what I'm looking for? That's not what I want at all. That's the same thing I keep going to. Yes, it is. Ah, toolbox. That's the one I want. Yes. Is that going to show up if I type it in? Yes, it is. Okay. Great Windows search there. Beautiful. All right. Struggle is real, chat. Okay, so all we got to do is plug this in. Should find it. Yes, it did. Then keyboard is Levinson. Which one are we meant to use here? Configurator. Let's go ahead and find the one we're working with here. You can find your QMK Levinson. Is it actually under QMK? No, it is not. This might be a little more difficult than I anticipated. Unless it's under Let's Split. It's under Keybio. Okay. Aha, there's what we want. I believe this is the Rev 3 that we're working with. Let me make sure. Yep, Rev 3, perfect. So Keybio Levinson Rev 3, we'll go ahead and load that and then flash it. Alright, perfect. That has now been flashed. So now we just need to do the same thing to the other microcontroller. Go ahead and put that back in its plastic bag here. Oh, so Tash, how you doing? That can just sit right below the microphone. Now, do I have a micro USB cable plugged into my computer currently? I don't think I do. There's that one. Alright, we're gonna have to get a little tricksy. The video defaded? What? Oh, defaulted 144p. Ew, gross. Alright, so we have our new microcontroller here. That is going to take me a second to remember where a micro USB cable is. I haven't used one for a hot minute. I've got this one here. Yeah, hold on, chat. One moment while I make a swap with some cables real quick. Alright, there we go. That was harder than it needed to be. I'm unfortunately out of USB ports on my computer, so I have to swap some things around every time. Plug this bad boy in here. Should get picked up by this. Maybe. No, I've actually just got water. Just got some water. And this shouldn't need it. Actually, let's go ahead and close out of this and we'll open it back up again. You got something tasty, Tash? Then we'll unplug and replug this one. And find it. Find it. Why are you not finding this one? Don't think there's any jumpers or anything I need to mess with. That sounds terrible. I mean, PBR is great, but kind of warm. Gross. Why are you being a pain here? Let me try this now. I can hear the Windows sound that it's picking it up in the background. It just doesn't seem to want to flash. Keeb. Levinson Rev 3. Load. Something went wrong. Oh, that's the big switch. That's not at all what we want. Yeah, it is not picking up my microcontroller. That is an issue. Why are you not working? Okay, I guess we will try another one here. Maybe I have a bum microcontroller out of the bag. That would be unfortunate. Oh, no, I did grab the right one the first time. Can't tell my microcontrollers apart in the bag. Do you want to work? You don't. Why don't you want to work? I don't know what any of these things are. I've never had to mess with them before. Alright, well, let's try the other USB-C one. I don't normally like to use two of them on the same build because they are just more expensive, but if that's all that's going to work, that's all that's going to work. We'll give it a shot here. Let me put these away so I don't lose them. Now I need to swap cables again, real quick like. One moment. And this is why we don't like micro USB, chat. USB-C is great. Mini USB-B is pretty good. That's what my current keyboard uses. Hey Ma, right now I'm trying to write the code to the controllers so that they will actually function as keyboards instead of just fancy paperweights. Come on. Yeah. It just doesn't like those microbees. I wonder if maybe I need to have them plugged in when I turn the computer on. But now we can actually flash Levinson Rev 3, flash that bad boy. Or possibly they just, exactly. Okay, that finished flashing, perfect. I mean, maybe they have a reset switch on them I wasn't seeing, but I don't remember that from the last time I used them. So this keyboard is just going to be a little bit extra, which, I mean, in all fairness, it was already going to be. Due to the fact that I'm putting, like, damn near $100 worth of tiny baby copper hot swap sockets on it. Okay. So that is both microcontrollers flashed. So in theory, those are ready to roll now. Let me switch back to the camera. Hey, there we go. Nope, now we should be back to looking at a keyboard. That was just me writing the code to the microcontrollers. I'm going to be using the caps you sent me for my birthday, Tash. Yep, gonna be the ones you sent me. Close all these unnecessary tabs that I opened up because I couldn't remember the name of the damn program. Yep, the matcha ones. I also have another problem I'm going to be running into here in a second that I'm aware of. I'm not sure where I put my my electrical tape. So I'm going to have to go take a look for that here in a moment because we're going to be needing that pretty soon. Tash, can you test something for me? I want to test the media share. Type !SR space and then a YouTube link. Hit me with some tasty memes. I want to make sure it works. While I look something else up here. Look up how to install the Milmax sockets I'm going to use. Oh man, this is a 12-minute video. Let's skip into this a little bit. Kill, different types of them. So you just drop it in. Installing, there we go. You just drop them in, and then you solder the other side, I imagine. Sorry, I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but it's just a video from this website about how to install them. Oh, that's a good idea. Installing them on the switches and then putting them in there. And then you solder them onto the switch instead. Okay. Alright, I think I understand how that's going to work, or we're going to or we're gonna break some things. Alright, so let's just finish up this half we got going here, and then we'll move on. I need to grab a switch and remember which hole these fit in for my Milmax. One moment here. How's the poll doing? 2 votes. 1 for grays, 1 for box jades. All right. Alright, so these bad boys go up. They fit in those sockets. Okay. Perfect. So, with this switch in, you can kind of see what we got going on here. There we go. Where it fits in those 2 holes. That's where I have to install my Milmax if it focuses. Focus. Ah, you guys get the point. So we'll go back to the underside of the keyboard here. We'll pull out some of these tiny, tiny baby Milmaxes. So tiny, I don't know if you can even see them on camera. And pop it in there. Actually, no, I think that is backwards. Imagine we want the flush side on the front. Oh, I didn't even see it pop up in chat. Did the bot yell at you? Or did just nothing happen? Just nothing? Ah, piss. I dropped one of my Milmax. One moment. See if I can find that on the floor. Oh, they're so little. That, oh no, there it is. One moment. Can't believe I found that. Alright, I'm back. Maybe we will take Dude's recommendation to instead put these on a switch where they're gonna hold still and then solder them in. So I've taken them and I've put them on a box jade just for you, Tash. I've got them on here now. And then we would just pop them in. Why am I being dumb all of a sudden? There we go. Alright. Oh, I thought I heard one fall off and there's one on my desk, but nope, it did not. It just came from elsewhere. So let's try this with just one, and we'll see if it works nicely for us. moving my phone here. And he said to try and warm the pad and the thing at the same time. Okay, so now in theory, that is a good solid connection. Now, let's get a little bit more on this side. There we go. So in theory, that's a good solid connection. And there is nothing holding the switch in itself, but it should be cemented in from the other ones. I do remember jades being very tight in this. Doesn't look like I got any solder on the switch itself here. Ow. Alright. Solder hardens pretty much immediately, yeah. Let me go get my keycap puller because I don't have it nearby because I'm a dum-dum. One moment. I'm also going to look for my electrical tape while I'm gone. Nope. Alright, so I'm back. Still no idea where that damn electrical tape is, but I did get my keycap puller. So let's see if we can get this out or if I messed up. That is really in there. Not sure if it's the solder or if it's just that these Milmax don't like box shades very much. Those are real in there. Damn. I did test a Milmax on a box jade before, and I was able to get them off, but it was quite the effort. So I'm wondering if I didn't accidentally solder something to them. You know what? As a sanity check here, let me grab another box jade. There. We're gonna put them on and see what happens. Alright, one box jade. One Milmax. Putting it in the same way I put in the other one. Goes right on that one. And can it go on this one? Yeah, goes right on that one. So they are on there now. It's hard to tell because it's brass colored with and without them. And they come right off. Yeah. Yeah, they come right off with no issue there. So I'm thinking I might have soldered it a little too much accidentally and got it inside. So we get to break out another fun toy called the solder sucker. Okay, now someone's just messing with me. I swear, I know for sure. I saw my solder sucker earlier. Did I put it on my desk knowing I was going to need it? I sure did. Alright, solder sucker. Just a spring-loaded little suction tool. And the way it works is you come get your solder nice and hot and melty again. And you just put it over and you suck it up. Sometimes it takes a few goes. Okay, now does this one come out? Nope, still pretty well in there. So we'll give that another go here. Okay. Where's the solder still hanging out? Kind of everywhere it looks like. The art of desoldering is sometimes a little fickle. At least in my very limited experience. Almost got it. There we go. Got the switch out. The sockets are still in, which is good. Let's oh, those are still spicy. Okay. Let's go ahead and push those back in where they belong. There we go. And let's hit those with a little more solder on the other side. Oh, yep, this one pin did get solder all down it. I don't think I can, you'll see it on camera. But this one pin is now silver instead of brass colored. Yeah, it's not focusing. So that is what happens. I did get a little overzealous with my solder. And glued it into place accidentally. There we go. cords. One moment. There we go. This one is tin and lead, actually. But most of them are either straight tin or tin and lead. Oh yeah, let's take a look at why your command didn't go through as well. This seems to be working. Yeah. Try this song request again, Tash. I don't even see the request come through. While I add just a touch more solder to these bad boys. There we go. So this method will work in the future. Just gotta be a little more careful. So now for a sanity check, can I put it in and out with relative ease? Yes, yes I can. Perfect. Alright, now I just gotta do that 47 more times. So let's do a couple at a time here. And do our damnedest not to glue them in again, because that was a pain in the ass. Go. Let's do another one. Also, these little guys are a little cost prohibitive. This bag right here, I believe it was 250 of them. So good for 125 switches, so a little over a full-size keyboard. About $100. If I were to buy in greater quantity, they would go down a bit more, but they are not cheap. Let's get them bad boys soldered in and make sure I don't go overboard again. Don't think I went crazy that time. They're made of brass, I believe. They're gold plated, but I think they're I think they're gold plated steel. There's several different versions of them, and these are like a hybrid best of both worlds situation. There's some that are longer but don't have as much of a flare. There's some that have the nice flare but are pretty short, so it makes it hard to solder. These are like medium length with a flare, so it's kind of a best of both worlds. Okay, that's looking hopefully good. Let's hit the other one up with the solder here. Oop, I might have gone inside on that one. Not sure. We'll find out in a second. Oh, I also just realized that's something else I might be doing dumb. I used the one that had the switch that had a bit of solder stuck to it. So as these get hot, as I'm soldering them, that solder internally might melt and seize it up to itself. Let's see if that happened. Okay, that one comes out nice and easy. Ow. That one also came out, but it stabbed me. Yeah, it drew blood. Keyboards are dangerous, man. Mom still has not cast a vote for what Switch she would like to see. Let me find a spicy meme video and see if see if it's working for me. Yeah, so the song request seems to be working. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. Why isn't it showing up on stream, though? How long is this? Oop. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds. Enjoy. Alright. We'll skip that one. But media share does seem to be working. It just doesn't show up on stream. I wonder if I need to add something here. I don't think it's that one. Unless it is. Let's try that again. No, I don't think that was it. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I'll figure that out for next time. But in the background, if you want to play funny memes, we can certainly do that. Actually, you know what I can do? I can move this over here. And then we can remove that. We can add a screen capture. I'll add a new one. Nope, not that. Sorry, we're doing it live. Screen capture, add source, add a new source. And then we will capture this. This won't be pretty, but it will work. Make that nice and small. Put it right over here. Yeah, there's nothing up there. We'll add it right there. Alright, so now... Nope, I can't minimize it. Okay. So now, when song request works, it will, in fact, show up on screen. Just rather small and not great. I'll figure out why that doesn't work right for next time. Alright. No, it's not stuck. There's just nothing there. I don't know how to make it work right. Don't know how to make it work right. But if someone plays a funny video, you'll see what happens. Tash, have you tried again and it still isn't working? Or so you're typing Bang SR and then space into YouTube link, right? It feels so much later than 6 o'clock. Got one there. Can I put something in front of that and it still is happy or no? Yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't even see your message showing up in chat at all, Tash. There Yeah, it looks like that solder's gone. Okay. Huh, that's bizarre. Okay, we'll have to troubleshoot that again some other time. At least for now, we have this nice royalty-free chill lo-fi beats. If there's something else you'd rather listen to that's royalty-free, let me know and I will make it happen. Oh, that was a good one. That was a bad one. Oh shit. I think that went in there. There we go. I really should just do all of them at once, or this entire half at once at least. Let's pull it out with the proper tools this time so I don't cut myself again. Nice, they both came out nice and easy. That's beautiful. I love that for us. Okay. So let's do it with, let me do one more on this row since there's only one left. The silly, inefficient way I have been doing it, and then we'll do an entire We'll just do all of them next. Yeah, you're gonna learn a whole lot about keyboards if you hang out in here, Mom. I don't know what's happening on Reddit this week, but just a bunch of companies are all doing giveaways at the same time, so I've entered a few of them, and you'll get a kick out of this, Tash. One of them is for a 1.3 kilo depression switch, or a spring for a switch. So that the link I sent you the other day, where I was like, "Damn, 100 grams, that's so heavy." No, they're giving away a 1.3 kilo one. Which I would love to win. That would be hilarious to have a 1.3 kilo switch. I suppose I could also just buy them, but winning one sounds better. Get this last one in here. That looks beautiful. That one does not. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. Oh yeah, so much nicer since that first one I messed up. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 18. I need 16 more switches to finish off this half of the keyboard. Which I haven't even started on the other half yet, so that's fun. Let me get the other 16 switches here. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And I decided we needed 18, so 2 more. There we go. The second half of the keyboard should go a little faster, hopefully. That one should just be bam, 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 solder everything, bam, bam, bam. Get this put in here. Sorry, you guys can't see when I'm working up close to myself. Why do you not want to go in, sir? Excuse me? So these two? There we go. That was weird. Okay. Alright, let's just get the sockets on all of these. sure this is just riveting to watch me slowly putting little sleeves on my switches here. If we don't get another vote, Tash, we'll have to do a coin flip to see which switches we end up with. Alright, sounds good, Tash. We will talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Just gotta finish getting all these mil-maxes on my switches here. That's backwards. We don't want to do that. That would be real messy to fix up there. Oh, I randomly pulled an even number of these out of the bag. How convenient. So small, so hard to grab. Yeah, there's really only two options that I'm aware of for hot swapping your switches in a keyboard. The more popular option is the Kale hot swap sockets, which is in my current daily driver keyboard. And they're pretty nice. I have broken one, so that wasn't great. But you have to design the PCB for them, so the circuit board for them. Which is, great if that's already done. But say you have an existing keyboard or, a keyboard like this where it doesn't have anything. You can't just add it. Whereas with this option, while, let's be honest, far more expensive, you can make any keyboard have hot swappable switches. And hot swappable switches are dope. It's like being able to change your phone background, Use this one for a little bit. Oh, I'm tired of that. Just grab another one and grab some new stuff and just throw it in there real quick. Hardly any fuss. Go. Only 3 left to put these on, and then we can start soldering again, and then we get to switch to the other half of the keyboard and start all over. I almost dropped that one. Those are slippery little bastards. Especially with your fingers as beat up as mine have turned out to be tonight. Actually, I think I might have one too many. I forgot. Down in the bottom right down here, there's an option for 2 keys or 1. And I'm going to only be using the 1. So I might have 1 too many, which is fine. We just have to get to use it on the other side, half the keyboard. Thank you, Billy Badbot. We can put this one in frame so we can actually watch it happen. Go. Who texts me? Tash does. Oh, they were trying to show me. They were trying to show me how it's working. It just doesn't. Okay, weird. Something to figure out for the next time we want to do something like this. It's so weird that what Tash was saying didn't even show anywhere. There we go. These are getting easier and easier to do as I do them. That's nice. Practice is good. Did I put one on upside down? Nope, it's good. Just a little bendy do. Right as I was talking about how easy it was getting. Every once in a while, the universe is just like, "Oh, you think so, huh? Gonna have to teach you a lesson." Oh, come on. Why are you being a pain in the butt? There we go. Alright. Now let's get those soldered in. Also, for the poll, Ma, you should see it at the top of your chat window on your phone. We're voting which of these we put into the keyboard. These ones are the box jades that has 1 vote. Very loud and clicky. The other ones are quieter. The other one that has a vote, I should say. The third option is that has no votes. It's also a little clicky and loud. Alright, let's get these soldered in. There we go. Oh yeah, letting that get nice and warm for a second is a bit nicer. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Don't like how far that guy is off there, but that's all right. You know what? Let's move this a little bit. Maybe you can actually see what I'm working on when it's over here closer to me, where I can work on it more easily. Wait for that to show up. Nope, that is worse. There we go. Nice, nice. No, that was a beautiful one. Very nice. So, this is more or less what I went through for your keyboard, Mom. Only over twice as big. That's why it took so long to get to you. Plus, switch shortages were a thing back then, so I had to order them from China. There's still a lot out of stock, but it's a lot better than it was a few months ago. Gonna have to get an overhead camera set up if I do this again, I think. Make it nice and pretty and easy to look at. Go. One row left. You guys really just can't see anything I'm doing, can you? Let me try and do this. Is that any better? I guess my hand's in the way. What if I go fully upside down? There we go. Just a couple more here. Beautiful. All right. So that should be this half of the keyboard done minus, oop, we knocked into our gold pile. Move this over here a little bit. So that should be this half of the keyboard done minus the actual controller. Pull all these switches off and make sure everything went well. so far so good. 3 for 3. 4 for 4. Oop, that one's a little stuck. There we go. And some of these are a little higher up than I would like. I think I might be able to just hit them with the soldering iron and push them into place though, which would be wonderful. Oh yeah, these are coming out like butter. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Oh, so nice and easy. All right. I'm gonna hit a couple of these with the soldering iron, see if we can't get them into place a little better. Just by putting the iron on top of them, gently pressing down to loosen up the solder and then push them into place. Yeah, there we go. Much nicer. Okay, that one doesn't want to go down, it's fine. There we go. Nice, nice. Okay, that looks pretty good. So, what I'm going to do now actually is I'm going to actually solder on one of the controllers, and then we'll pop in some keys, we'll pop in some switches, excuse me, and we'll make sure that everything on this side is actually working correctly. So, gotta remember which way these go on real quick. Actually, I think it's labeled. Yeah. One moment here, so D3's on the top right, D3's on the top right, raw's on the top left. I think this is raw. Yep, so it goes on with the C facing upwards. Now we have a choice to make. Do we want to leave the plastic in for a spacer? Yeah, I think we will. We'll leave that in just to make it as give it a little breathing room instead of trying to make it as flush as possible there. So we'll solder this bad boy in, and then in theory we are good to go for this half and can test it out. Now this is the one where if I miss or don't get enough on a pin, entire rows will actually stop working. So it's a pretty clear indicator that something went wrong, and it's a pretty easy fix. You just got to figure out which one didn't get enough solder and fix that. these are looking pretty nice so far. Beautiful. Oh, I think I hear a kitten scratching at my door. And normally I'd let them in to come say hi and hang out, but got a lot of small parts and a lot of very sharp and hot things, so can't have kittens running into that and running amok doing kitten things. Yep, there sure are scratching at the door. Okay, let's give this a once over. See if it looks okay on the solder front. It's looking pretty spicy, hot. It's looking all right. A couple maybe need just a hair more. Look at that one. Let's hit a bunch of them with a little bit more. There we go. Alright, let's see if this half of the keyboard works. Let's put our switches back in here. One of the kittens, probably the little one, is just relentlessly scratching at the door. Put all these in nice and easy. This is just, messed up that switch pin. Thankfully you can just bend it back into place and it's fine. Alright, let me... it breaks my heart to hear the kitten scratching at the door. Let me hide the expensive little things, and I will then turn off the soldering iron. We'll let her in to say hi. One moment. What's going on, bud? Why you causing a ruckus? You know, you just tired of being out there pocket alone, wanna come say hi? Don't touch the soldering iron, you stinker. Alright, let's get these popped in here. And let's see if I did a good job talking and soldering at the same time. See if these actually work, or if this keyboard actually works. And another excellent thing about using these hot swap sockets is that I can, if I ever decide I want to add per key RGB, I can easily just pull these out, get that added in, and be on my merry way with them. No issues there at all with getting it to work. That one still has those. That one will set aside. One more. Alright, let's see how bad I messed this up, or if somehow it all just wants to work nicely. My USB-C cable's a little short. Alright. It activates. Let's see if we can find a keyboard tester. What? No, I don't want to. Alright, cool. That works. Okay, so tab through quirt works. Wait, escape, weird. ASDFG Shift ZXCVB. Oh, that key doesn't work. That's Control, weird. Alt. Windows, perfect. And this should be spacebar. Nope, spacebar also doesn't work. Okay. So we have two non-working keys, it looks like. Yeah, so that key doesn't work and the spacebar doesn't work. Okay, good to know. Let's take a look at what we did wrong there. Oh, I forgot to show you guys, although no one's watching. Alright, spacebar. Why are you not working? You're not the spacebar. You're the other key that wasn't working. Why aren't you working? Well, I think I know why spacebar isn't working. Looks like I forgot to get solder on that one. Alright, kitten, you gotta go again. The danger rod is heating back up. One moment, bud. Yep, you go out there. Yep. Alright, while we're waiting for that to warm back up there, we'll see what's going on. Give this a shot. See if that's warm enough yet. There we go. Plenty of solder on that one. Plenty of solder on that one now. We'll add some more to the spacebar just to be safe. Okay. Give that a second to cool off there. Then we'll switch actually over so you guys can see the keyboard tester I'm using. There we go. Plug this in. Still no spacebar. Why still no spacebar? That key is control. I don't know what the key that's. What key is this supposed to be? Where is the... We'll close that. We get a fresh one. Let's pull this up here. Look at the key map and see if maybe what's going on. Key maps for the Levinson. Okay, so that's supposed to be a mod. I wonder if it's trying to set mod 3 instead of space. Does it say anything about using it as the other one? Option 2, you can the innermost corners in place of 2 1U keys. Spot has stabilizers, it does, yes. Okay, so that just doesn't seem to want to work right. Does this say anything about it? No, it just skips to, so let's go back up to installing switches. Of course, in theirs, they're actually doing the full row. Okay. Yeah, that key just could be a bad switch, I suppose. I have had a few bad switches over the years. Let's just try a new switch. Nope, still no space. Okay. Why does space not want to work? Maybe this is going back to not having something soldered correctly on the microcontroller. Does look like I could hit a few more a little bit better. Oh, that one just popped right out. I was worried that these box jades might be a little too thick for these, but no, they're working great. Hit these just a little bit more. go. I'm gonna hit some of these from behind as well. It shouldn't matter. I don't think it should matter if, you know, only half of it's covered, but better to be safe than sorry at this point. Alright, let's try that again. Oh. Interesting. Now it's like something's being held down. Yep. Alright. Unplug you. Keyboard tester. Launch the tester. Let's see what this is doing. So, okay. Still no spacebar. Control is constantly getting held down, which is this key. So that key still works. That's escape, okay. So everything works except for space. Interesting. Why does spacebar not work? Spacebar should be that one. That's looking nice and soldered. I wonder if I need different firmware? It should mention that though, right? I wonder if I need to reflash these. Where's the directory? F3. I don't see any sub ones. I think that's just where it was. .c doesn't give me anything. Where's the README? Oh, cool. I'm troubleshooting why my spacebar doesn't work. Key maps. Yeah, Tesh mentioned that before taking off. Just Control Alt GUI lower space. Yeah, it should be either one of these should be space. It should hit it. Why is that not working? Why does this not work? Alright, let's Google Levinson 2U space not working. That's not helpful. This is Rev 3, yes? Yeah, 3.1. Am I missing something in here? Keeb. Levinson Rev 3. Yeah, it doesn't have anything but the default there, okay. Which is what I'm doing. I mean, I'll try and refresh it, I suppose, just to... That also will check to see if my reset button works. Yes, it does. That's good. Unplug my other keyboard just in case it tries to pull it in. Alright, flash that. Okay, it's been refreshed. Go back to the keyboard tester. Give that the old refresh. Tab QWERT works. I don't remember what that is, but it clicked like it did something. Oh, it's escape. ASDFG. Shift ZXCVB. Nothing. Control Alt Windows. Still no space. Spacebar Y. Okay. So everything works but the spacebar. I wonder, there is a bit of solder in one of the other holes that there shouldn't be. Let's try getting rid of that. See if that helps at all. Oh, come on now, you bastard. Alright, so it's no longer in that hole, but it is now on the outside. Not sure if that will make a difference or not. Nope, still no spacebar. There we go. I alt-tabbed apparently. Windows, yes. But no space. Okay. Well, this is going to take some further messing about with, but I'm getting kind of hungry. And it's been streaming for a little bit. I might call it a night here and troubleshoot this offline and figure it out. Because both of these are technically supposed to be safe space. Wait, is it just not in there very well? Is that our problem? Alright, one more shot here. A little harder to push in now, which leads me to believe maybe it's working correctly. Nope, still no spacebar. We have Alt. No. Is Tab just like permanently being held down? Let's refresh this. Okay. Still no spacebar. Okay, so Alt Tab does work. That works. Just no spacebar. Okay. I am going to call it a night and find something to eat, but I will keep an eye on this, and I will continue. Oh shit! I hit the reset button. I'll continue working on this, and I'll let you know what comes of it and why things just don't seem to want to work right. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you haven't. It really helps me to get discovered and have more people come and hang out with us. And have a good night, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.